Well, shouldn't this be called What About Cheating?
Yeah.
Not finding a lot of consistency, except in the duration of the film. It is later than you think.
Well, why don't they call? They've had plenty of time to decide.
Lights out, everyone.
I want to play a game.
Hello? Yes, this is John. Yes, I know why you're calling. They did. Oh, they did. No. I guess that's it then.
Someone cheated.
Thanks anyway.
Well, you better get to the point quick. You don't have a long time to make this point.
He's been sentenced to death, clearly.
Apparently, every house had a creepy room in it in the 50s.
Oh, yeah, naturally.
And heavenly light coming in from the living room. I told you.
Did you hear about John Taylor? They voted him out as student council representative because he was caught cheating.
Who? John Taylor voted out
John
student
Taylor?
council
The thing that he was distraught about, that's the thing he was treating like a death sentence. Student council representative Noah Go.
You a cheat, John? John, what have you done?
Cheated?
Oh, I'm sorry. This wasn't the
Remember
Lights
how it
Out
all
episode.
started?
This was an episode of
The
The
day you went
Whistler.
over to Mary's house to study for the test. Remember?
You
All
thought
right,
you would
John,
get
now
away
look,
with it,
the
John,
problem
didn't
is to
you?
factor x squared minus 9x plus 20. Now, how do you do it?
Let's see. X squared minus 9x plus 20. You take the x squared minus the 9x and... Oh, you subtract x from x squared, and then you... Oh, golly, Mary,
That's
I
what
don't
it
know
said
anything
on the
about this
goddamn
factoring
piece of
business.
paper that I
John,
stole.
you do too. Now, the answer is the quantity x minus 5
Oh, he's
times
cheating
the
on his
quantity
girlfriend
x
with this
minus
girl.
4. Now, do you see how I got it?
Yeah,
While
I guess I
cheating
do.
at homework,
But golly, Mary,
while
this
cheating in a
stuff's
student
awful.
council
I just
election.
don't get most of it.
This John
Well,
is a
just
real
have to. You
cheater.
won't pass the test tomorrow.
I know it. Mary, if I get stuck on the test, you'll help me, won't you?
How can I help you?
It's easy. Miss Granby hardly ever comes back to where we sit.
And she doesn't
If I get
recognize
stuck,
bird
I'll
calls.
just ask you for the
So
answer.
if the answer is
Well, I
starts
don't
with a
know.
4, you
Forget
go.
it. I probably won't have any trouble anyway.
Starts with a 5,
But you
go.
remember what happened the next day, John. Miss Granby's test was even tougher than you thought it would be. There were a lot of problems you couldn't work. And it seemed to you that you didn't stand a chance of passing the
Let that
test.
bird call go.
And right there in front of you sat your pal Mary, with her head chock full of all the answers you needed. You
John,
thought
I
about
can
it.
hear everything you're
There
saying.
you were, desperate. And there was your salvation within arm's reach. So you decided to take a chance.
Hey, Gooster.
You asked Mary for help. And of course, Mary, being Mary, gave you the help.
Ah, yes, full of mercy.
It was all so simple. You began to wonder why you'd spent so much time worrying about the test.
She'll do anything
Yes, sir,
for
you
me.
felt pretty pleased with yourself. You'd put one over on Miss Granby. A few days
You got
later,
all the answers
Miss
really
Granby
fast.
returned the graded papers. Was there a shadow of doubt in Miss Granby's face as she looked at you?
She knew.
What was there for Miss Granby to doubt? After all, wasn't this the best grade you'd ever made on an algebra
She went
test?
in the back room and committed
Maybe
Harry
that was
Carey.
it. Maybe the grade was too good. Somehow that odd little
She
look
knew
Miss
you were a
Granby
failure.
gave you seemed to haunt
Yes, the
you.
questions that he missed, he just
Did you
drew a
really
picture of a
earn
whale.
that 92, John?
Became clearly
wonder.
evident. He had no idea
Oh,
about
she
it.
didn't mean anything. That test wasn't very important anyway.
All subjects
Yes,
are subjects.
you thought it was just a little thing,
Subjective.
but it
In their
was the
nature.
beginning of all your trouble. After that, life went on for you pretty much as usual. You were busier than ever with sports, with Mary and your friend Jim, and most of all
Oh,
with
no.
your new job as student
Jim,
council
no.
representative.
It's
You
Jim.
always wanted to be on the student council, and you were really proud of yourself the day you were elected to take Jack Martin's place when he moved out of town.
Mysteriously,
But now,
and his
with the
body
honor
was
of the
never
job,
found.
went the necessity of keeping your grades up, and that was your problem.
I don't know what to do. I got low slumping shoulders and somehow I'm on the football team. I'm an idiot and I'm in charge
Hello?
of student council.
Jim.
Now I'm passing
Let's go down to
tests.
Sam's and get a
Somebody's
hamburger.
gonna figure
I
me out.
can't, Jim. I've got homework to do.
Oh, don't worry about it. You got plenty of time.
Yep, that's Jim.
I'm sorry,
Okay,
the
let's go get
specter
a
of my
hamburger.
algebra
I'll see you in a
teacher is
minute.
guilting me into doing it.
The big clock in the hall went on ticking off its even measure of time, and you
Telling
went
you
on
the
as
beats
before.
of your life were numbered.
You and Mary were still the best of friends.
Oh,
Mary had
I
assumed
see
greater
how they
importance
figured
to you.
out how he cheated
You
off
came
her.
to
They have
depend
the
upon her
same
more and more in your schoolwork,
canyon-like part.
although you
in their
scarcely
hair.
realized it. It
It's a
wasn't that
racetrack
Mary was
for the
any
lice.
smarter than you were. It was just, well, that she seemed to find more time to study.
His
And you
father
were
liked him
student
better.
council representative and a very busy fellow.
He's a piece of shit.
Okay,
Why
that
is kid
finishes the
such a
problem.
moron?
Now how about our history?
You haven't done your history lesson either?
Well, gosh, Mary, I can't do everything. I have 2 council meetings this week. I just don't have time to study.
You know what would help is if you
Here are the
could
answers to
relieve
the
my
history lesson.
tension
I
somehow.
think you're going to have trouble when we have tests and all these things. What are you going to do about the big test tomorrow?
Oh, I'll get by all right. If I have trouble, you'll help me again, won't you?
And that's how it was.
That's right.
Gradually, Mary had become your partner, although as time went on, she seemed less willing to do your work for you.
But
Sometimes
He doesn't
Mary
take
looked
no
at you
for an answer.
almost as Miss Granby
That
had.
dick won't suck itself.
Well, so long, Mary. Thanks a lot for your help.
Yes, thanks a lot for your help, Mary.
Oh, I
Whether
see.
you intended to help him or
she
not,
wanted to give him some, but
It
he's
was
not
clear
interested
John
in anything but
depended
her
on you.
numbers.
didn't you begin to wonder what you were letting yourself in for? Take the next day, for instance, the day of the test.
John, don't you notice anything except my subjects?
Mary, do you have anything for hemorrhoids?
What's the answer to number 9? You gotta help me. What's the answer to number 9?
John, bring it up here, please.
Oh, we were just talking about sex.
I thought haunting your home would be enough, John, to keep you out of trouble.
I'm afraid I'll have to give you both 0 on the test. And both of you are to report to me after school, please.
So they just filmed one session
So you
in
were
the
caught,
classroom
John.
with the same outfit.
You were
Yeah.
exposed in front of the class. And what's more, Mary was involved too. Mary, who was only trying to help.
She's doomed to the
And
life
then
of
what
a
happened?
whore now.
Your
It's
classmates
all
seemed to
because of
treat you a little
you,
coldly.
John.
Perhaps it was because they had studied and worked hard for their grades. Maybe they felt that your cheating gave you an unfair advantage. And their thoughts about you were reflected in another way.
Hey, what's
Yes.
up?
Meeting of the student council.
That's funny. My name isn't on there. I'm on the student council.
I don't think you'd want to come to this meeting. It's about you.
Me?
That's what I hear.
Well, then I have a vested
Say,
interest.
would you
I'd
mind calling me
absolutely
after
like to come to
meeting's
this
over?
meeting.
And let me know
No,
how
we
it comes out.
talk about you behind
I
your
wouldn't
back. We're gonna open your student file
No,
without your
I don't say that what John did
consent.
was right, but I do think we ought to give him another chance.
You mean you think we ought to let him go on being in the student council?
I think we should.
I don't.
You've got to admit he's a good representative.
That's right, but I don't
He
think
seems
anyone
like
that cheats should hold an office.
That's right. I think we should elect a new representative.
Oh, no, give him another chance.
All right, wait a minute. Wait a minute. We won't get anywhere by all talking at once. Are we ready to take a vote now? All in favor of giving John another chance, hold up your hand. All who think we should elect a new student council representative, hold up your hand. Well,
Same
I guess
hand
most
went
of
up,
us feel the same
apparently.
way about it. Who's going to tell John?
I'll tell him. I said I'd call him when the meeting was
Oh, hey,
over.
it's the
I'll
guy
call
from
him
the
as soon as I get
other-
home. John, I guess you know why I'm
Recognized him the
calling.
first time.
We had that meeting about you a little while ago. They decided to elect a new student council representative.
Oh man! I
I'm
really
sorry,
want to
Johnny,
dive
but I
into
guess
the
you know why.
lore of these Centron educational videos, and you know what I really want to do? I want to go
Yes,
back and
John
watch
knew why
that
it
part
was.
of the video
He'd
and then
been
compare
caught in
it
a
to the
trap
beginning
of
and
his
see if
own
there was
making,
actually enough
and
time
had
for each
involved his
responses.
friends, too.
Like, did they
He
really
now found
record the
himself
phone
looked down on
conversation?
by friends and classmates. But did John really intend to be dishonest?
Yes,
Should Mary share any of the blame?
a little bit.
Was it fair for John to use Mary as he did?
If she let him,
And what about his classmates?
they
Did
fucking
John's
suck.
cheating hurt them in any way?
No.
Should they have given him another chance? What do you think?
I already told you. You left enough gaps to give the short one-word answers.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of nuance there.
Not like that rape video from before.
Oh golly, a lot of sides to that issue.